Welcome back, televiewers and supporters of my video. Here we are again for this day, a beautiful day of Sunday here in Singapore. And I know that it's also a beautiful Sunday in the Philippines. And today is a very special day because there is a great event that will be held in the Philippines. It's particularly to all the candidates for this coming election 2022. Better watch out these important programs that I have been discussing to you today. By the way, I hope that everyone have a good faith and have physically and mentally fit to listen this video and watch the different events that happens in every places of the Philippines. Okay, yeah. So I have before I start this with this is Maximo Azares Aurelio at your service. Who is being obligatory to continue this program in order to give good news to every one of us, especially the Filipinos, whoever and wherever you are, all over the world. And this is the time now that we will have to recall the time for our obligations to be citizens of the Philippines. It's time for elections. Okay, now so I have been discussing this a few days ago about the blog of the candidates for this coming elections. Who one can disqualify the person is a person has not committed to any final judgment. Meaning, if you are committed to in judgment, you are in prison in whatsoever cases that you have rendered for violations. But this particular person is not involved and he is not guilty of disqualifications. And this is their strategy to listen and discourage the voters all over the Philippines for a certain person who is really not guilty for anything. He doesn't violate any rules and regulations. He is following whatever requirements being a Filipino. Now there was a certain case that this Mr. Carpio, the justice of the Comelec, stated in one of the media saying that Bbm will be disqualified for his candidacy being a president for this coming election. And I believe that he is very much capable to be our next president. Who can else to take good positions for the progress of our nations? You have to name it among the 6 candidates for the candidacy of presidency. Only one there is most capable, and he has most and more experience about the law, how to handle the country, have more experience with regards to politics. So you have to take note of that. Okay, as I will read the violence that being charged by Bbm. And I will read here in Omnibus Code of Elections, section number 12. Section number 12 stated here about disqualifications. It said here that any person who has been declared any competent authority or incompetent or has been sentenced by final judgment for submersion, insurrections, rebellion, or for any offense for which he has been sentenced to a penalty of more than 8 for more than 18 months, or for a crime involving moral turpitude shall be more than disqualified to be the candidates and to hold office unless he can be given plenary pardon or granted amnesty. You have to try to analyze these particular sections. Is Bongbong committed any? He's not. He is not guilty of any violations because he is not imprisoned. It's just only hearsay that he has not been following the rules and regulations of the tax tax return issue, and he was filed by some certain persons in the CONMELEC for being an evaders of taxations, and it is a signs of turpitude stated here. To hold is an involving moral turpitude shall be disqualified. But there's no reason that Bongbong has been disqualified because he's not in prison. There was a case being filed by him for evading tax revenue. But it was been resolved for a number of years before he was been running office for congressman, governor of the whole Ilocos regions, southern Philippines. There was no issue until he became a senator. No, but there's no issue that comes out in order to disqualify him. This is very awful. Okay? It is just only a hearsay to make the people confused of avoiding to vote Marcos Bongbong for president this coming elections. And this is the strategy that the Dilawan or the Liberal Party have to intervene in his positions because they are really worried that they cannot win this kind of situations for this coming elections. I am very sure they will not win because Bongbong is very strong. I will name the place that he is really very popular and very strong. Number one is the whole Luzon, somewhere in Ilocos regions. Second place is Tacloban City, Leyte, and Bohol. He's very strong in Bohol. And Agum City, there's a lot of supporters for BBM. And also part of Davao. Bongbong is also very popular. Also the Muslim parts of Mindanao. Bongbong also is very strong. Visayas, Cebu City. He is also very strong. That is why it is really very difficult for the Dilawan to win for this kind elections 2022. Who else? Who can say that the Dilawan will win for this coming elections? 100% they will not win. Because the motorcade that was held this morning, Sunday, at early about 6:30, all the supporters are already lined up along the highway in order to participate the motorcade. Just imagine, today, Sunday, they're different places. They started at the same time, 6 o'clock or 6:30 already started whenever the places they were. Just imagine, Cebu, Tacloban, Davao, Iloilo City, Bohol, Manila, uh, Lawag, they started at the same time. Just imagine how terrible the supporters of BBM. So who else? It's really funny. Why not just only go with the music? If there is a nice music, you better go with and enjoy. Do not be going to another rhythm. If it is like a rhythm of sweet or modern music, you just go along. Whatever the music is. Don't go another rhythms. Just follow. Because for oneness, if we will be in unity, all of us will be benefited. Even the Dilawan or even the opposition party, if Marcos will win this coming election, everybody will be treated equal. The unity. There's no such says that because you are an oppositions, you have no place. No. Just take a look of this. The motorcade in Ilocos, Norte and Ilocos Sur. There are 5,000 motorcade voluntarily. See? Voluntarily join for the motorcade. Just imagine how many 5,000 motorcades. Just imagine. That's a lot of people, man. Only the motorcycles, 5,000. And there are a lot of people along the highway also joining, watching for BBM's motorcade. Okay, look at this. Motorcade from Ilocos Norte and Ilocos Sur. Look at that. Okay? So you have witnessed how many people are there joining. Another one, I will show you the motorcade in Tacloban City. Look at this and observe how many of them. Please watch. Okay? And another one, I will show you motorcade in Lunita. Please observe how many people are there. Next, motorcade in Antique. And finally, motorcade in Bohol. Okay, you have noticed how many people, how many supporters of Bongbong. You just imagine the motorcade salon. It's very enjoyable. You can witness how many people, and they are really very jolly and happy to join voluntarily to the motorcades. Not like the other parties that they have started giving monies already, buying votes. Okay, but Bongbong never buy votes. These are the peoples that voluntarily join to the motorcades. By no means. See? Because they know that this person is capable to hold office so that our country will be stable again and will rise again to a progressive nations among the whole world. Okay? Our nations is really very capable to be the number one among the nations in the whole world. Because you know why? We have everything. Our country is rich and we have a lot of natural resources and which other countries cannot compete with. So, you have witnessed how huge and how terrible and strong support for BBM for this coming elections. Okay? Going back to the disqualifications, please don't bother about this issue. This is just a hearsay in order to intervene the people, that they will not concentrate in voting BBM. They will just put something that is unreliable, which is unreal, just only damaging his reputations. But good that this person is really very honest, very humble. He never fights anything. He never exchanged words to both of the opposition party, because he is really very good persons. If you are good, people will find solutions in order to intervene your good plans for the people of the Philippines. But if even you are upon oppositions, if BBM will win this coming election, all of us will enjoy. There will be no oppositions, no other things against him, but we will be in one unity for the progress of the Philippines. Okay? Not only the BBM's supporters, all of us will have to enjoy for our rising good Philippines equally. There will be no more poor. There will be no more anti-government. There will be no more subversive. There will be no anti-government like communist. Okay? So, if he will win, mark my word, we will be leading even the entire world, because we have everything. Okay? And besides, America also is now a little bit in trouble because of the gold had been deposited to the World Bank. Now is being controlled by the United States. That is why United States now have a great value of their dollars. But if we, the Filipino, will have to select the best president, all those riches that we have in other countries will be withdrawn and put back into our own bank of the Philippines. And in that way, we have all the riches, and we will be reading perhaps even the whole world. Now peso is almost one third from the lowest value of dollars. Now if he will win, we will be the number one great values in the whole world. So remember that. Okay, so we will be going back to the omnibus code, and this curfew from the COMELEC has intervened the bid of Bongbong Marcos. He based for this section 45 of the Omnibus Election Code. The Section 45 Omnibus Election Code is stated here: postponement or failure shall provide when for any serious cause, such as violence, terrorism, loss or destructions of elections, paraphernalia or records, force majeure, and other analogous cause of such nature that the holding of a free, orderly, honest election should become impossible in any barangay. The Commission, upon unverified petitions of an interested party, and after due notice and hearing, of which the interested parties are given equal opportunity, to the board shall postpone the elections therein for such time as it may be deemed necessary. So it has been mentioned here, all those violations, okay? The same as section 12, almost similarity. So what do you think? BBM has committed any of this offense? It's not. But all those accusations that he has faced during his tenure of office is already been resolved. It was been resolved long time ago already. So, ladies and gentlemen, whoever hear my words today all over the world, don't be bothered of this issue that BBM will be disqualified for this coming election 2022. And yet, you believe that he will win among the 6 candidates for our new president to have a better and strong stability for the Philippines. And in the future, we will rise again in the Orient. Okay? So I hope that you will have to continue listening my program today. And please don't forget to subscribe my video.